Hi, welcome to another online mat class. Today is a total body sculpt class. So we're going to be using some little hand weights. If you don't have any weights, don't worry. You can use tins, you can use water bottles, and you can do all the exercises without the weights. So it's really up to you. But let's get started standing on our mats. I'm just going to bring the feet together. Stand up nice and tall. Just close your eyes. Bring your awareness into your body for a moment. Just feel the mat beneath your feet, gently anchoring down through the pads beneath the big toes, the little toes and the heels, lifting up through the legs, putting up those thigh muscles, getting the pelvis in that neutral position. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's engage those core muscles, that internal lift as we lift pelvic floor. Draw belly button in and up, and just take those shoulders, draw them forward. Bring them up to the ears, draw them back and slide them down. Good job. So you're going to have the palms facing each other and you're going to bend the elbows, keeping the elbows in nice and close to the ribs, 90 degrees. And we're just going to take some heel raises, just lifting up and down and up and lower. 2 more. Lifting up. Pressing up through the top of the head. Now we're going to add in the arms. As you lift, bring the elbows up in line with the shoulders and lower elbows come back in by ribs. Lift, lower. 2 more. Now we're going to add on. You're going to hold up, balance if you can, open wide, squeeze shoulder blades towards each other. Close and lower. Good job. Lift. Open, close, lower. 2 more. Squeezing the inner thighs together. 1 more. And down. Well done. Now we're going to externally rotate from the hips, from the tops of the legs, and bring the feet into your V position. We're going to change the arms. So instead of the palms facing each other, just take that external rotation of the arms so the palms are facing up and bend at the elbows again. Keeping the arms still. First of all, we're going to drive up, bringing the heels together as the feet lower. Lift, lower. 2 more. Now we're going to add the arms. Lifting up, little bicep curl and down. Curl up and down. 2 more. Now we're going to take the arms out in front as we lift the heels. Hold up, open the arms wide, bring the arms forward, lower the heels down. This is a tricky one. Lift up, reach, open wide, staying up, arms come forward and down. Wow, you're going to feel this one in the glutes, in the hamstrings, the inner thighs. And in. Last one. Lift, hold it up, reach, in and down. Bring the arms down, just shake out those legs. Well done. All right, we're going to keep the arms down by our sides. We're going to take one leg out to the side. So you can take a slight external rotation if you want, or keep the leg parallel, whatever feels better. We're going to bring the arms out and we're going to lift the arms and the leg and lower. Lift, lower. Five more. 4. Staying nice and tall and upright, lifting up through the crown of the head. 2. And 1. Bring that foot in front. Bring the arms in. Imagine just hugging a big tree trunk. Draw the shoulders down and open the shoulder blades. And we're going to lift the leg and bring the arms up and down. Up, down. Good. Stay with it. 5 more. So we're going to be using the number 10 a lot today, but if 10 feels too much for you in any of the exercises, just reduce the number of repetitions. Last one. And bring it in. Shift the weight. We're going to do that all on the other side. So taking that leg out, either slight external rotation or feet parallel, up to you. Lifting nice and tall. Arms go wide. We lift arms and leg. Double arm raise, single leg lift. Reach. Core is strong. Switched on. 5 more. Doesn't have to be a big lift. Last one here. Bring the foot in front. Bring the arms back into that rounded position. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And we lift. Tap. Five more. 2 and 1 and release. All right, let's take the legs out into that second position. So externally rotate, toes are heading out towards the corners of the mats, arms are by your side. We're going to take some plie squats. So as we squat down, arms come up, squeezing into the heels. Good, breathing in, breathing out. Imagine sliding your back down a wall so you're not pitching forward, sinking that tailbone down. 3 more. Good job. Now we're going to take the arms and externally rotate them. Bring the arms out wide. And as we go into our second set of squats, arms come overhead and release. Inhale, exhale. So you're going to really push those knees out wide. Five more. So let those shoulders creep up around the ears. 3. Can you go a little lower? 2. Last one. And release. Give the shoulders a roll. Bring the feet in. And we're going to turn side on. So just coming up towards the top of your mat. I'm going to step my leg closest to you, back behind me. I'm going to keep that back leg straight. Feet are hip distance apart. So for balance, just make sure that you're not taking that back leg in behind the front one. Keep that hip distance. Then we're going to bend the front knee. So you just adjust that back leg till it feels right for you. Front knee over front ankle. Really lift and engage the core. Very slight tuck of the tail under. And then we're going to hinge forward. So my spine is straight. So really focus. Make sure that you're not rounding, but that you've got a lovely long back. So you're lifting out through the top of your head, pushing out through your tail. And we're going to do little reaches. So we're going to take the arms forward and push them back. Rotate forward and back. So as the arms come forward, you externally rotate to reach and then internally rotate to push back. Reach, back. Reach, back. Good. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then we're going to take a row. So arms are down, palms are facing back behind you, and you're going to draw your elbows up and back, keeping them in so they slide past the ribs. Squeeze release. Five more. Hinging forward, back leg straight, pushing out through that heel. Front knee bent. 2. And 1. Then we're going to come up. Front knee is still bent. Just lift that back heels, take that back foot a little bit out further behind you. Externally rotate the arms. And we're going to take a lunge with a bicep curl. Breathing in and out. 5 more. 4. Sinking that back knee down towards the mat. 2. And 1. Bring that back heel down again. Front knee is still bent. We're going to take that hinge forward one more time. Turn palms to face the back. We're going to take some tricep pushbacks. Press back and lower. 5. Nice long spine again. Remember, out through the top of the head. 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, step it in and just walk it out. Well done. We're going to do that all on the other side. So feet hip distance apart again first. Take the other leg out behind you this time, keeping that hip distance stance. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. We hinge forward. We've got that internal rotation to start where we reach the arms forward. And push back. Or did we lift? I can't remember. Let's take the external rotation as we go forward. Internal rotation as we push back. Reach and back, keeping that spine long. That's what happens when you change your class plan halfway through. You can't remember what you did on the other side. Wouldn't be like me. Any of you that have worked with me in person know that I like to change things. Usually halfway through. A little bit of ad-libbing. Last one. Good. Stay here. We've got those rows now. So elbows staying tight. We row and reach forward. Row, reach. Keeping those elbows in. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's come up. Lift that back heel, take that back foot out a little bit further if you need to. Externally rotate those arms, lunge with bicep curl, nice and tall with the spine. We sink, release. Five more. 4, 3, sinking that back knee down towards the mat. 2, and 1. Last one, that internal rotation of the arms, back heel comes down. We take that hinge forward from the hips. We've got those tricep pushbacks, press back. Can you hinge forward a little bit more? Keeping those arms in tight by the body. You have 5 more. Feel those tricep muscles engaging. Really squeeze into them. 3, 2, 1. And take it up. Give the shoulders a roll. Step the feet together. Just walk it out. All right, so we're going to come down and continue the work, sculpting the whole body, but we're going to move down onto the mat. So come and join me there. So we're going to start on the mat on our knees in a kneeling position with the weights in your hands. And just take that slight internal rotation of the upper arm so the palms are facing out behind you. We're going to come into our thigh stretch. So I'm just going to turn the side on for you. So think about lifting up through the top of the head, the crown of the head, slight tuck of the tail, nice long spine. And we're going to hinge from the knees as the arms come up. And then press back. So I'm just going to show you two things that can go wrong here. So one is that we sit the bum back towards the heels. And two is where we lean from the shoulders and the head and really put pressure on the lower back. So just think about the mechanics of this movement coming from the knees. And imagine lying your body on a board so that as you hinge back, everything stays straight and you really lift out through the crown of your head. So let's go. We're going to breathe in and exhale. Pushing down through the tops of the feet. Good. And exhale. This doesn't have to be a big movement. You go back as far as feels right for you. And back. Really bracing the abdominals, feeling the burn in the thighs. 4 more. And 10. Hold it here. Externally rotate the arms. Can you go back a little bit further? Little pulses with the arms. I know the thighs are burning. Stick with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Internally rotate the arms. Press up. And just bring the weights down by your side. Press back into rest for a moment or two. And then we're going to come down onto our tummies. So just ease yourself down. We're going to have the weights underneath our hands. If your weights roll, if they don't, you might want to leave them for this next exercise. Just going to bring myself back a little bit further. Reaching the arms straight out in front. Legs are connected. Pushing down through the pubic bone, the hip bones, engaging the core, taking that nice breath in, legs, neck is long, spine is long, and as you exhale, we're going to start by drawing the shoulder blades back. That gives me the green light to be able to start to lift my chest, pushing down on the weights as we lift into that extension, and then releasing down. Let the weights roll with you. If you're on a mat like me, your mat might start to roll too, but that's okay. Breathing in. Prepare to move. Start to slide those shoulders down towards your back pockets. Lift. And release. Exhale. And inhale. So first thing moves are those shoulders. Good, we've got 5 more. Three. 2. And 1. And release it. Stretching out your mat again. All right, so second set, we're going to add on a little bit. Just going to bring myself a little bit further down the mat. Reaching out with those arms. Squeezing the glutes. Pressing down with the tops of the feet. The pubic bone, the hip bones, core is engaged. This time we're going to do the same thing, but we're only going to lift halfway. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, lift it up just halfway. And then we're going to lift opposite arm and leg. So you can choose to have the weight in your arm or drop it. It's up to you. And remember, nice straight leg, lifting from the hip, not bending from the knee. 2 more. And 1. And release it down. Good, we've got that to do on the other side. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, coming halfway up. Opposite arm and leg, lift and tap. Good, 3 more. And 1. And release it down. Just bring the hands by the chest. Take a breath. Exhale. Let's push it up. And sit back into rest position. All right, let's take it back down again. And we've stretched out the back. You can leave the weights for this next one. Just bring the hands in front of your face. You can rest your forehead in your hands. We're going to take the feet out towards the edges of the mat. Bend the knees, flex the feet, and bring the heels together. So your feet are in that V position. Knees go wider than hips. So knees out towards the edges of the mat. Take a breath in, engage the core. Again, think about pushing the pubic bone and the hip bones into the mat and lift the thighs. Pulse for 1, 2, 3, and lower. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, lift. Pulse for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Do as many of these repetitions as you can. We've got 6 repetitions. Exhale it up and pulse for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Halfway there. Exhale, lift for 3, 2, 1, lower. Just 2 more to go. Now watch those shoulders. Are they starting to creep up around your ears? Mine are. So think about drawing them down towards your back pockets. Again, exhale, lift on up for 1, 2, 3, and lower. Skydivers are a killer, right? 1 more set. Breathing in. Exhale, lift it up for 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Drop the legs down. Give the legs a little shake if you need to. And we're going to take it over onto our sides. So side lying. We're going to come up onto the forearm. So we want the elbow to be beneath the shoulder, pressing down through the whole forearm, right down into your fingertips, rather than just pushing the elbow into the floor. We're going to lift up through those side ribs. Legs are long. And we're going to take the top leg and bring the foot in front. So if that's if that doesn't feel good for you, what you can do is get a cushion or a bolster or even a couple of books and just rest your knee on the books. That's another option for you there. Or you can bring your knee down to the floor. So we're going to take that top leg and we're going to work the inner thigh on that bottom leg, lifting those ribs up. We're going to lift that leg up and down. Still lifting from the ribs. 5 more. Now we're going to intensify it a little bit. So for the second set, you can stay where you are, or if you can, I'm just going to tap the big toe onto my shin, and again, lift and lower. So my knee is coming towards my earlobe. So you really want to have that openness at the hip. Still lifting from those ribs. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Just take that top leg long, bend the bottom leg, and we're going to circle that top leg clockwise for 8. 3. So you choose the size of the circles, circling from the hip, lifting from the ribs. We pause it and we reverse it for 8. 3, 2, we're not done yet. Hold it here, leg in line with the body. We're going to point it up, flex it down. Point, flex. Keep lifting from the underside of the body. Point, flex. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bending the knees together. We're going to push it up off that forearm. Bring the bottom knee forward so you come into a 90-90 position with the legs. We're just going to stretch forward over that front leg. So as you breathe in, lengthen your spine. And as you breathe out, keep the spine long as you come forward. And just breathe. I'm going to take 5 breaths here, so just 2 more. As you exhale, lift it up. We're going to turn towards that front knee and come down. Again, as you breathe in, lift and lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, keep the spine long and come down over that front leg. 5 breaths. Just keeping the neck long, drawing the shoulders down the back. Getting really nice stretch into the glutes. And as you exhale, gently lift it up. So we're going to swing the legs round. We're going to repeat all that on the other side. So taking it down onto the forearm. Again, elbow beneath shoulder, pressing down through the whole forearm. Legs are straight to start with. We're going to bring that top foot in front, lifting from the ribs. And we get ready for that bottom leg lift and lower. So as that leg lifts up, we want to make sure that we don't sink the ribs down. 3 more. So for the second set, you can stay here or bring that toe onto the shin and we lift up and lower. So again, you're really opening that hip so the knee heads towards the earlobe. Good, 5 more, keep lifting up. 3, 2, 1. Take that top leg long, bend the bottom knee. Where do we go now? We have circles, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We have circles clockwise. We're going to take it for 8, 7. Just drawing that shoulder away from the ear, keeping the neck nice and long, drawing that bottom shoulder back. Ready to reverse it for 8, 7. Don't forget about that lift. We're nearly done. Stay with me. Leg in line with the body. Point up. Flex down. 6, 7, just 3 to go. Last one. Oh, and bend the knees, pushing up off that forearm. Bottom knee comes forward into that 90-90. Chest to the front, hands to the front, breathing in, lengthen the spine. Breathing out, keep that spine long as you stretch down. Really good glute stretch here into that bottom buttock. Five breaths, remember. As you exhale, gently push up. Turn over that front leg. Breathing in, breathing out, take it down. 5 breaths. Just feel the difference as you angle the body. You're feeling that again into the glute, but down into the hamstring as well. Really lovely deep stretch. As you exhale, slowly take it up. We're going to plant the hands on the mat in front. Just lift the hips and turn yourself into your 4-point kneeling position. Lengthen out the spine. And then just let the abdominals sink. Lift and separate the sit bones. Press the sternum forward into your extension. Lift eye gaze. And then as you exhale, we're going to scoop belly button to spine. Start to round through the low back. Middle back, upper back into that lovely flexion of cat. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhale. Draw your shoulders back, press your sternum forward, and exhale. Rounding the spine. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Good job, just lengthen the spine out. So we're going to work into some tricep dips, and I'm going to start in quadruped position with the spine long and slow and show the variation here that I want you to do. So we're going to start by keeping the elbows in nice and tight. We're going to draw the elbows down towards the floor and then push up using those tricep muscles. So the elbows stay in and down towards the floor. And press up. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 is to take the knees back further on the mat. Shift your weight forward so your shoulders are over your wrists and you're in that 3/4 press position. Same things with the elbows. Now this time the chest comes down and the elbows slide past ribs. Drop and press. So you choose your option. We're going to do 10 of these. You can move between both options as well. Take a breath in and drop. Exhale, squeeze up. So the spine stays long. Remember, what you want to avoid doing here is just dipping the hips, putting pressure into that low back. So torso stays long. Good. 5 more. 4. Keeping those elbows in. 2. And 1. And press it back into rest. So just lifting up to seated. We're going to take it through to seated. So cross your ankles if you want. Bring your feet out in front of you. Make sure your weights are close to hand. And we're going to move towards the front of the mat. Come and sit nice and tall. So lengthen the spine. we're going to take the arms, optional with the weights, and bring them in front into that rounded hug position. Draw the shoulders down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to take it into our roll back. Breathing in at the bottom. Breathing out as you come up. Sit bones connect. Spine lengthens. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out as you come up. Good job. Stay with me. You can lose the weights if you want. And lift 5 more. Three more to go. So if you can challenge yourself to maybe take it back onto that low back, or maybe even mid back for these last couple. Awesome, last one. Good, and then bring the weights to the floor. Lift the spine. Exhale, let's take it down onto our backs. Bring the feet in. So your feet are in nice and close towards your hips, hip distance apart. So the ankles are beneath the knees. And we've got that alignment of ankle, knee and hip. So you just want to make sure that your feet aren't too wide, that your knees are too wide. Likewise, that your knees aren't falling in. So just finding that alignment like we did at the start of every class. And then if you've got weights that are rounded like these, or you're using tins, just bring them upright. I'm going to press my palms into the top of the weight. So really going to activate into those arms, keeping the arms in nice and tight to the body. We're going to do some bridge work, but we're not going to articulate the spine up and down. You can if you want, but I am going to press straight up and then lower. I'm focused on trying to keep my neutral spine as we go. So if you're ready to join me, anchor down through those weights. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. So really firing into those glutes and hamstrings. As you're anchoring down into that weight, you're going to feel those triceps firing. Good. 5 more. Ignore me. Cramp. Good, and this last one, we're going to hold it up here, drop halfway, squeeze up, drop half, squeeze up. As you take that squeeze up, take an extra squeeze down into those weights. 5, firing into those glutes. 3, 2, 1, hold at the top. And this time as you come down, let's articulate the spine, upper back, sink from the sternum, middle back, lower back. Good job. Bring those weights back flat again. And we're going to take them in our hands and bring the arms overhead to the floor behind you. So just make sure those ribs don't pop. We want to keep that core connection. Keep the back ribs sinking down into the mat. Abdomen is engaged. We're drawing in and up with those abs. And this time, again, we're not going to articulate. We're going to press straight up. And as we press straight up with the hips, we push down through the arms to bring them down by our sides. And then as we lower, we go back. Exhale. Inhale. So focus on that neutral spine as you press up with control. Good, we've got 5 more. Squeeze up a little bit higher. Notice what happens when those arms go overhead. Do your ribs want to pop? Don't let them. 3, 2, last one. Hold it at the top, arms are down by your side, and again we're going to articulate the spine down this time. Sink from the sternum, upper back, middle back, lower back, and release. Just bring one knee at a time in towards the chest. I'm going to take a little rock side to side. And then bring the feet down. And again, just making sure if your weights roll, you're using tin cans, bring them by your side and just rest your palms on top of the weights. So again, we're using that downward pressure to engage into the triceps. You're going to feel your chest engaging as well. We take a breath in, pelvis in neutral, core engaged, ready for some chest lifts. Exhale, you're going to roll the palms along the floor, push down on the weights as you curl up, and release back down. Exhale. Inhale. You're doing great. We've got 5 more. I did say 10 was going to feature a lot today, didn't I? Most of you that know me know my counting skills are pretty rubbish, so that provides even more of a challenge for me, but I think we've got 2 more left. And 1. Good. All right, let's pick those weights up. Option without the weights, we're going to do a single leg stretch variation. So if you're using the weights, just bring them together in front of your chest, just hovering over your chest or your shoulders away. We're going to bring the legs into tabletop. Take a breath to prepare, and as you exhale, come up into your chest lift, and we're going to extend and switch, switch, switch. Breathing in, breathing out, out. Stay with that rhythm. Lift a little higher through the chest. Breathing in, breathing out, out. Last set. In, out, out. Bring the knees up into tabletop and release it down. Just bring the weights by your side. Hug the knees in once more. Take a little rock side to side. And we're going to take ourselves up. So what you can do is bring the knees over the hips, bring the hands behind the shins, a little assisted roll up. We're going to lift up into our chest lift, elbows wide. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to push your thighs away from you and use your abdominals to slowly curl yourself up to seated. We're going to take it over onto your hands and knees, into that 4-point kneeling position, and bring the weights just in front of your hands. Do a little pointer variation. So the wrists are beneath the shoulders, knees are beneath the hips. I'm going to take my arm closest to you, take hold of the weight, stretch the hand out, stretch the opposite leg out, square shoulders and hips. And we're going to lift and lower, lift, lower. So keeping hips and shoulders square. 5 done, 5 to go. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. And bring the hand and the knee in. All right, we switch sides. Ready to go. Brace shoulders, or square shoulders, square hips, and lift, and tap. Five down, 5 to go. Exhale, inhale. 3, 2, hold this last one up, and lower it down. Sit back into rest. You are nearly there. One more lovely stretchy exercise to finish. My favourite, mermaid. So just roll it up to seated. We're going to come into the centre of the mat. Bring the knees together. And then just let the knees fall to the side. Coming into that lovely 90-90 position with the legs. And as the pelvis is slightly hitched, we just want to drop that hip down as close to the floor as you can get without rolling back. So think about keeping that nice long spine. I'm going to take one weight into my hand. So it's the hand closest to my foot. And we're going to stretch and reach the arms out wide. So we're going to take it over, bend at the elbow, sink the sit bone towards the floor as you reach into that lovely side bend. Exhale as you come up, reaching the arm to the ceiling. Take the other hand up, switch weights, switch hands, and take it across. And exhale, arms come up, and we switch. Inhale over. Exhale up. Inhale over. Exhale up. One more each way. Inhale. That weight just creating even more resistance to help us go a little bit deeper in those side bends. Just keeping the arm away from the ear. And up. And release. Let's switch the legs. Starting with the weight closest to the foot. Arms go wide. And we come over. Exhale up. Inhale over. Exhale up. Last one each side. And release that weight down. Let's bring the soles of the feet together in diamond. Bring your hands onto your shins. Lift and lengthen your spine as you breathe in. Exhale, let's take it forward, keeping the spine long. And breathe. So try not to round the back. Let the stretch come from the hips. One more breath here. And as you exhale, just slowly come back up. Take the arms out wide. Breathing in as the arms come overhead, palms press. Exhale, hands down to heart. And again, reaching wide, breathing in. And breathing out, hands to heart. We made it. Well done. I hope you enjoyed today's total body sculpt class. Tough going, but hopefully you'll feel the benefits. And I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. Take care. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more sessions like this. You can also follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and if you would like access to over 60 full-length Pilates classes, join me at North Down Pilates on my Patreon channel. Thanks for watching.